Slipped into my conscience with a message whispered sweetly, as if by magic darkly she has scared me half to death. Climb aboard my devil's broomstick. She but not a nervous. Climb aboard my devil's broomstick. Satan's blue-eyed mother. She rode like a fleet of golden galleons dipping in the moonlight, with innocence more suited to a schoolgirl of 15.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Psychic Eric here. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys survived the 4th. I know I did. It was a complete war zone out there and plenty of bombshells, but I expected to hear some more firework action going on July 5th, and it happened. But it's kind of sad when you live in a country where you can't even tell the difference between fireworks and gunshots anymore. But I guess I'll let you know a little secret, but I have monkeypox, and you know, the doctor said I can keep the banana patch on for a while. It's sponsored by Chiquita, so I'm just not going to tell you where it's at, but as you can all imagine, it's in a place where if it were to be torn off, I'd probably screech like a monkey. So it's all covered up, so I won't have to share the evidence with you, but I have one more banana in the kitchen just in case something were to ever happen to it, comes off in the shower or something. So with that said, we got some vinyl records here. Got some LPs, one from France, as I mentioned in my last video. One of these is like a dollar bin record I found recently with a couple 45s again. And then I got a LP sent through the mail unexpectedly by a YouTube viewer who just decided to contribute and share some of his music my way. So pretty stoked. So I'll dive into these real quick. So I think I'm going to start off with a banger though. So this is one that I picked up on the Discogs, and this is one I was debating to get a while back. I think I picked up something else overseas like last year, and I can't remember what it was at the moment, but this had been kind of on my radar for a while ever since my appreciation for Please has grown significantly. This is a France pressing of Bulldog Breed, made in England, except this one's made in France, which I always thought was kind of funny. But yeah, this is so for the longest time I thought, okay, Peter Dutton project, right? But he's not featured on the back cover here, and it doesn't even mention his name as far as like the arrangements go. But you always see things online saying that, you know, he was part of Bulldog Breed, but I never even questioned it when I bought this. So, you know, and I can't really tell what the members exactly look like, or their vocals, what they sound like, because they all sound the same at the end of the day. At least to me as an American, like, you can tell Americans apart, but when it comes to British lads, it's a little different for me. It's hard to differentiate. But it's on the red Duram Nova label. It's got some surface marks, but plays a pretty strong VG+. Got this on a good deal. These don't go for the prices you would think they would go for. Got this a little over $100, and you know, something on this level you would think would go for, you know, 500 to a grand maybe. I don't know, some records do. And this is fantastic. I really like this one. So Bulldog Breed, it's kind of a confusing lineup, but they basically went on to form into T2. At least like 3 of the members I believe did. And I still gotta come around to that album. I haven't fully appreciated it yet, but I do like some tracks on there, and there's a bunch of archival material that just recently got reissued. Highlight tracks, I Flew, the 3rd track. The first 3 tracks are really great. Folder Man, and the thing about this record too, it's just all over the map. There's so many varied pop styles going on here. It can go from like hard rock to, you know, harpsichord pop psych, a little on the Baroque side, pop psych, UK pop psych, quite a bit of freak beat influences on here. I'd say another strong track, the closer on here, Austin Osman Spare. I was going to feature that in the intro video, but it looks like it's tagged with some copyright license, so I'm not gonna avoid that one. But This is fantastic all around. Like 14 tracks on here. No track surpasses like past 3 minutes long, except for like 2 tracks. So they're all very different from each other. They all stand out in their own way. I rate this pretty highly. Yeah. Rate your music style. I'd probably give this maybe a 4 out of 5, which is a strong grade for me. Pretty good. Check out the track I Flew, Paperman, and Austin Osmanspare. It's got some great rotary vocals going on it and some flute in the mix. Check it out. Very glad to finally pick that one up. And then stopped over to one of the record shops here in Lincoln recently. Decided to stop in. Had been a couple months, I think, and you know, they don't get a whole lot of new inventory, but sometimes they kind of sneak things in like the $4 bin. So I was kind of stumbling in there and came across this one. This one, looking at the cover, you would think I'd probably pass on it every time, and maybe you would too, but it's called The Things I Notice Now by Tom Paxton. The thing that got me with this one was just the array of members here that contribute to the solo project. It's on the Elektra Red label too, so I kind of noticed that and I was like, better look it up, see what it's about. And naturally I kind of expected, you know, it was kind of singer-songwriter, chamber folk driven, but to my surprise, this is mostly pretty good. Normally this is not my, you know, like the first go-to thing for me, singer-songwriter LPs, but it's pretty nice for the price. I mean, you can find this for $1 easily. The only weak moment for me was the opening track, Bishop Cody's Last Request. It's kind of raggedy. It's got kind of a coffee house folk blues thing going about it, which I didn't really care for, but the rest kind of reminds me of that Hoover album on Epic. A little bit of that flavor. It's got some classical string arrangements going for it as well, but it's pretty minimal. And it's got a 15-minute track on side 2, The Iron Man. Black Sabbath would later cover that song. Just kidding. It's a different Iron Man. I mean, that track's pretty ambitious as well. It seems to be very poetic, kind of politically driven lyrics. And some people consider the closing track the best one, All Night Long. It's kind of simple arrangements, but it works. So if you see this one for like $1, pick it up. You might be surprised. If you guys enjoy stuff like Tim Buckley's material on Elektra during this period, 1969, you might appreciate this. So it's worth investigating. Now, honestly, this next one, I haven't fully listened to yet. I've only got to the first side, but this is one that got sent to me, and I almost forgot about that he sent it to me, but a YouTube user who contacted me, he told me about his new record that he had made, you know, maybe this year, I believe. And this is Michael Christensen, Galactic Clarity. Sort of a self-penned release from this year. Got some cool graphic art there. And like I said, sorry I haven't finished this all the way through, Michael, if you happen to see this, but the A-side, I did pretty much enjoy for the most part. It's kind of got this like, it's almost like a throwback to some 80s soundtrack material. Like, that's what I pictured in my mind. Like, it's got a lot of instrumental passages and different textures and ambiance working for it. And for a self-release, I mean, this is pretty good. I didn't really have any expectations for it. Didn't know what I was going to get into here, so yeah, I got to return to this one, Michael. I'll message you and let you know what I think of the rest, but so far, you know, this is definitely something that I would love to do, you know, in the future with my own music, but I'm not really, I don't like have the gear or the equipment or the production or the instruments to really flesh all that out. But yeah, it's on colored vinyl too, splattered, kind of a green, sort of a lime color. It's kind of nice. Yeah, so don't really have much to say about it. Certainly psychedelic in the way that it's very soundscapey. Definitely a throwback of some sort. And Also left me a nice note telling me about it. So thank you so much, Michael. I will definitely be returning back to this very soon. Okay, and then on to some 45s that I also found along with that Tom Paxton record. So the 45 section there, I mean, I think they only go for like 50 cents, and it's just a bunch of varied conditions, you know. If they play, they play. If they don't, they don't. And they're just all kind of scattered about, and typically I don't find much, but these kind of stood out to me and I looked them up. Some of them go for good prices, and this one I was kind of surprised to find, this first one. I knew about this band. They're a local legendary band apparently, but it's the Chancellors. This is on the small label Chamus Records. This is the A-side, Places We Once Knew. Check this track out. This is super good. The B-side's good as well, something for sure. It's mostly Blue-Eyed Soul. I can't really give any comparisons because I don't typically listen to that stuff, but this is very fiery. The A-side is for sure. It's got a lot of fiery horn sections going on. It's kind of got this fuzz-wah break. When I was first listening to it, I was like, whoa, hold on there. In the car when I was streaming it, I was like, damn, this is kind of nice. So it seems to go for a little bit of money online, but again, it's kind of rough, but it plays really well. This one, I had no idea what this was. Bob Walker and Friend. This is the highlight track, Debbie. This is also worth checking out online. It's kind of got this jangly folk pop thing going on, vocal harmonies. Pretty good. The B-side is not good. He Will Break Your Heart by Steve Wright. And Things I Want to Know. I forget what this was. I think it's like a soul, pop soul maybe, from like the early 60s maybe. I forget now. And then this one was a little more rough than I thought, looking at it when I took it home. But it's Myron Lee, Summertime Blues. And then the flip side, Fat Man, which does play a little better. Looks like that's stuck on there. But yeah, it does play. It plays through, but you know, I was just kind of just buying it to check it out. 50 cents, why not, you know? Never know what you have. But yeah, that's basically my update for today, kind of keeping it short. So let me know, guys, if you need help with putting some banana patches on. I'm thinking of maybe doing a tutorial on it. But it may not be YouTube worthy. I might have to post it on some second tier site, just so I don't get blocked on here. So thanks again, and we shall see you soon.